Wanting to go to Cebu and considering what Cebu places of interest you ought to visit? Doubtlessly, Cebu has numerous delightful locales. Also, you would need to go to all or browse the best Cebu vacation spots guide. Figure out what and where these spots are. Number 1. Cebu Taoist Temple. How about we start inside the city region? Most importantly, we have Cebu Taoist Sanctuary in Beverly Slopes region, Cebu City. The Chinese Taoism people group fabricated this Chinese-style design sanctuary in 1972. This sanctuary had become famous in view of its imaginative designs. Indeed, even non-devotees of the Taoism religion pay visit to the spot. From that point, you can see the striking perspective on the city and, surprisingly, the Mactan Island. Furthermore, obviously, for Taoists, this is the best spot to supplicate or reflect. Subsequently, we put it on top of Cebu Places of Interest Guide. Number 2. Temple of Leah. The following vacation destination is the Sanctuary of Leah, which is along Cebu Trans-Central Parkway. Teodorico Soriano Adana assembled this sanctuary in 2012. The sanctuary is an image of his undying affection for his better half of 53 years, Leah Estate pale-skinned person Adana. The sanctuary has 24 chambers including an exhibition hall, a workmanship display and a library. Additionally, this spot has Leah's number 1 and individual assets. Moreover, Greek and Roman designs are the motivation of the sanctuary. Sculptures of immense lions as well as a fabulous flight of stairs with metal heavenly messengers are stylistic themes of this Taj Mahal of Cebu. Number 3. Sirao Flower Garden. Going to the more raised spot is in the Busui region, which is the Sirao Bloom Nursery. Going there is like encountering the Netherlands, consequently this vacation destination is regularly called the Little Amsterdam. The variety of celosia, or burles, by local people blossoms in erupting red, purple, yellow, orange makes it Amsterdamish. The set-up windmill and the cool breeze supplement the beautiful view. Thus, this gives the visitors the exceptional, touristy feel. Number 4. 10,000 Roses of Cebu. Moving to the close-by island of Mactan, you can visit the 10,000 Roses of Cebu. This brilliant spot, which is in day as Barangay Road, Cordova, Cebu, has circulated around the web via online entertainment. 10,000 fake drone-controlled roses encompass this specific roses bistro and more. Most visitors like to go there during nightfall to see the lovely dusk while the roses illuminated around evening time. Besides, the proprietor of the bistro, who is likewise an inside planner, means to make a heartfelt feel for couples. The bistro offers rich food which you can relish while partaking in the brilliant state of mind with your sweetheart. Number 5. Osmeña Peak. Going south, you could climb the Osmeña Pinnacle of Cebu in Mantalongan, Dalaget, articulated Dalaget. Remaining at 1,013 meters above ocean level, Osmeña Pinnacle is the most elevated point in the whole island. Limestones that have sharp projecting pinnacles which are ideal for taking pictures make up these slopes. The pinnacle is important for the Mantalongan mountain range that stretches similar to the district of Badian. It is viewed as a twin to Bohol's Chocolate Slopes. Further, the principal exercises here are climbing and setting up camp. Most explorers incline toward 2 climbing trails. The first starts in Badian, passing by Kawasan Falls. Then again, the other one is in the town of Dumanjug, which comes full circle in Brgy Leon. What's more, when you journey going to the highest point of the mountain, remember to bring your water, it will help you rehydrate. Number 6. Kawasan Falls. Still in the south of Cebu is the stunning Kawasan Falls in Badian district. A few climbers from Osmeña Pinnacle cross to Kawasan Falls in the wake of setting up camp, yet you can simply go straightforwardly to Kawasan by means of Barili. Kawasan Falls is a 3-stage fountain of clear turquoise water from mountain springs of Mantalongan mountain range. The Cascades is a pearl of the Philippines. One of the most famous places of interest in Cebu South is Kawasan Canyoneering. The canyoneering experience begins at Canlay upstream downstream going to Kawasan Falls. Nearby licensed guides go with all sightseers and work with the exercises like strolling, bouncing, swimming, climbing and abseiling through the streams. In particular, when you do canyoneering, be ready to be excited. Number 7. Pescador Island. Pescador Island is in Tanan Waterway, barely any kilometers off the shore of Mulbol in the south of Cebu Island. It is one of the most mind-blowing plunging spots in Cebu. Its island reef is a sandy incline covered with delicate coral from 5 to 10 meters, 15 to 35 feet. Further, there is a wall covered with hard corals dropping down to around 40 meters, 130 feet. In that wall are lots of various types of brilliant ocean animals, including sharks. Better to set up your submerged camera to catch its wonderful corals and different marine species. Another principal vacation destination that is getting famous in this area is the Sardine Run. You can swim with a large number of sardines, otherwise called herring, which is thoroughly astounding. Consequently, prepare yourself to encounter the brilliant magnificence of the submerged. Number 8. Oslob whale sharks. On the opposite side of the island is where you can encounter swimming with the Oslob whale sharks, privately known as the Tuki. Oslob district is known for old places of worship and delightful seashores, yet turned out to be more famous due to the delicate monsters, the whale sharks. Neighborhood anglers would associate with the whale sharks by taking care of them, until huge number of sightseers started to show up in Oslob to see the whale sharks being taken care of. Subsequently, these sightseers snorkel or jump with the whale sharks. Oslob whale shark watching is one of the top in the lists of must-dos of travelers who visit Cebu in view of the uncommon experience. Most important, at whatever point you have a nearby experience with the whale sharks, contacting them isn't permitted. Number 9. Tumalog Falls. Scarcely any kilometers from the whale shark fascination is the Tumalog Falls. It is additionally arranged in the district of Oslob. Local people call this waterway the Oslob Falls or Magambak Falls. Tumalog Falls is a shade-like cascades that covers the whole precipice with cool and clear water. Greenery embraces the stones of the bluff, which channels the water and gives a drapery impact. It is standout and most certainly staggering. Subsequently, this has become one of numerous number 1 Cebu places of interest. Number 10. Sumilon Island Sandbar. Still in Oslob is the little however pleasant island of Sumilon, where you can see the value in the shoal. With its unmistakable purplish blue waters and immaculate white sands, Sumilon Island's shoal is extremely famous. It mirrors a naturally attractive and entrancing tropical heaven that draws a wide range of voyagers. Blue Water Resorts claims the island, consequently, going through the night in the island isn't permitted except if you are checked in at Sumilon Blue Water Island Resort. Yet, not to stress, they give road trip visits which incorporate lunch and exercises like swimming, climbing, fishing, rowing and some more. Number 11. Simala Church. In Sabonga, southern town of Cebu, lies the esteemed Simala Church. Simala Church extends its self-important arm as though to invite strict individuals all around the globe. The plan is enlivened from European churches. Not exclusively is the spot sublime in structure, however this likewise uncovers a culture that is profoundly situated among Cebuanos, the quintessence of Roman Catholicism. Priests who are dedicated to the Virgin Mary dwell in this congregation. Devotees continuous the gigantic sculpture of the Virgin Mary, since many consider it marvelous. Additionally, the huge number of Marys wearing different social topics intrigues guests. Number 12. Magellan's Cross. Lord of Spain Charles I picked pilot Ferdinand Magellan to search for the Zest Islands. In doing as such, Magellan had the option to cross the globe and at last arrived in the Philippines in 1521. In particular, he made his move towards Cebu on Walk 15, 1521. Magellan introduced Christianity to Cebuanos, and the greater part of them embraced the religion. In this site is where Magellan established the cross, which represents Christianity, on April 21, 1521. An encasement safeguards the first Magellan's cross. Number 13. Basilica del Sto. Niño. Spot on adjacent to the Magellan's Cross is the most established Christian church of the Philippines. Fight Andres de Urdaneta, OSA. What's more, Fight Diego de Herrera, OSA established Basilica del Sto Niño in 1565. Ferdinand Magellan's Sto Niño, which is the Heavenly Kid Jesus sculpture, is in this congregation. He had this Sto Niño when he changed Cebu's tribal leader Humabon and his better half over completely to Christianity on April 14, 1521. The See of Rome names this congregation as the mother and top of all chapels in the Philippines. Number 14. Colon Street. Basilica del Sto. Niño arranges in Colon Road, the most established road in the country. Spanish colonizer Miguel López de Legazpi laid out the road in 1565. He named the road after Christopher Columbus, who was really Cristobal Colon. This spot is close to Cebu ports and is the center point for early trade. Subsequently, first foundations of Cebu are in this road. As of now, it is as yet the focal point for organizations, theaters, bars, shopping centers, etc. Assuming you wish to purchase your pasalubong or keepsake, it is in these road where you track down stores that sell modest gift things. Individuals normally praise the well-known Sinulog celebration in Colon Road. Number 15. The Heritage of Cebu Monument. Lies in Colon Road is the landmark depicting Cebu's major notable occasions. The legacy of Cebu landmark is in Payan Court. Cebuano craftsman Eduardo Castrillo organized the landmark utilizing metal, cement, steel and bronze. The chiseling started in July 1997 and finished in December 2000. The elements of the landmark incorporate Christian changes, Spanish occupation, fight against unfamiliar colonizer, an unmistakable Christian figure, and a specific Philippine president. To know the points of interest, it is best you visit this site, which stands slow down major areas of strength for and the core of the city. Number 16. Yap San Diego Ancestral House. Don't bother going assisting, right across the legacy of Cebu landmark is the Gab San Diego Familial House. This genealogical house is quite possibly of the most established house in the Philippines. Worked during Spanish time, between 1675 to 1700, coral stones and egg whites make the walls. Malave, balayong and earthenware stick the rooftop together. Albeit this is work during Spanish occupation, the proprietor of the house, Casanova Gab, is a Chinese broker. Subsequently, the plan of the house is a blend of Chinese, Spanish, and Filipino motivations. Cebu's local materials make up the furniture of the house. Besides, strict pictures are over the house which mirror the legalism of the inhabitants. Number 17. Jesuit House of 1730 or Museo de Payan. Still in a similar region, a mobile separation from Yap San Diego genealogical house is the Jesuit Place of 1730. It is additionally the Museo de Payan. The second most elevated positioning Jesuit cleric in the Philippines used to dwell in here. In addition, this house invited transient Jesuit missioners from different locales. Like Gab San Diego, the coral stones and earthenware hold the house. In any case, the spot is genuine excellent, the roofs are high, the walls are high. This has turned into the gathering spot of the early Cebuano elites. To add, the house saves a few pottery spotted during the Ming tradition. Number 18. Casa Gorordo Museum. From the Jesuit house, you simply need to walk, and in around 5 minutes, you get to Casa Gorordo Gallery. This house-turned-gallery is where the principal Cebuano minister, Juan Gorordo, lived. Initially worked during the 1800s, a Spanish financial specialist Juan Isidro de Gorordo bought the house. Because of Ramona Boide's establishment's social legacy program, Casa Gorordo turned into a gallery in 1980. The gallery portrays Philippine culture between 1800s to 1900s. Number 19. Fort San Pedro. Around 10-minute stroll from Casa Gorordo is the most seasoned post in the Philippine stronghold San Pedro. Spanish pioneer, General Miguel López de Legazpi directed the structure of this post. De Legazpi remembered to utilize it against Muslim fighters. Notwithstanding, as time elapsed by, different colonizers had involved it for different reasons. At the point when Americans involved Cebu, their warriors involved this as their home. Likewise, Americans taught Cebuanos in this post. Further, during the Japanese colonization, Japanese likewise involved the post as a sleeping enclosure, a detainee and an emergency clinic. The The trustworthiness of this littlest most established stronghold in the nation is obvious. Number 20. Museo Sugbo. 4 blocks from stronghold San Pedro is Sugbo Museo. This is a huge historical center since it used to be Cebu's common prison. The solitary draftsman in Cebu around then, Domingo de Escandrillas, planned it in 1869. During Spanish occupation, this filled in as jail for Filipino hostages. In any case, during American period, Americans set their ponies here as corrals for horse racing. Likewise, during Japanese time, Japanese detained Filipino rivals here. This becomes Cebu Commonplace Detainment and Restoration Center, CPDRC, however CPDRC has moved. Hence, on August 5, 2008, the spot turned into a historical center since it plays rich part in Cebu's set of experiences. Number 21. Camotes Island. From the city, we go toward the northern piece of Cebu where a sublime island lies, Camotes Island. The movement time from Cebu City to Danao Port, which is where you ride on a boat toward the island, is around 60 minutes. From Danao Port, going by the ocean requires 2 hours. Camotes Island gives you various attractions to go to. In a day, you can go to a lake, to a cavern, to an islet, and obviously, to seashores. However, to expand your time, it is ideal to show up for over a day. Visit Santiago Oceanside, which has a long, white coastline, Mangadlong Rock, which has pleasant blue and green waters, Lake Danao, which has a tranquil green lake where you can utilize a kayak to arrive on the smaller than usual land in the middle. Bukalat Cavern, which you can swim in with its new virus waters, Tulang Dio, which is a heaven-like islet with its white sand and charming waters. Other similarly incredible spots are Tamubo Cavern, Sacred Precious Stone Cavern, Paraiso Cavern, Buho Rock Oceanside Retreat, Busui Falls, Bacor Oceanside. Once more, Camotes Island is having large amounts of spots to go to. Remain there for 3 days for best excursion experience. Number 22. Bantayan Island. Going toward the northernmost of Cebu, a pearl looks for you, Bantayan Island. This region is one of the most pursued spots of Cebu. Truly, it becomes well known in the nation when a film was shot there. Many group to partake in the stunning seashores of Star Fe, Bantayan. From Danao, you will venture out 2 to 3 hours more to arrive at Hagnaya Port. This is the most ideal entryway for you to be moved to Bantayan Island through a ship. The ship ventures 1.5 hours. With the reasonable convenience yet elite landscape, you would never turn out badly with Bantayan Island. You will partake in the serenity and the wonderful rushes of its oceans. Number 23. Cebu Safari and Adventure. From Danao, in under 30 minutes, you can arrive at an objective worth your cash and time, Cebu Safari and Experience Park. Cebu Safari and Experience Park is the biggest zoo in the Philippines. Furthermore, it is Asia's longest zip line, an outshining 1.2 kilometers. This zoo incorporates plant and creature types of different sorts, like intriguing tigers and birds. Becoming its standard with global zoos, Cebu Safari and Experience Parks carries you to the astounding idea of Carmen Mountains. Since this is in Carmen, a northern piece of Cebu which would require extended periods from the city, it is ideal to go as soon as could really be expected. Opening is at 8 a.m., however the last confirmation time is at 2 p.m. The visit at the zoo requires somewhere around 3 hours. Number 24. Cebu Ocean Park. Added to the rundown as Cebu's best vacational locations is Cebu Sea Park, which has recently been opened in August 2019. Cebu Sea Park is the Philippines' greatest oceanarium. Found simply behind the huge SM Shoreline Shopping Center and next to the wondrous San Pedro Calungsod Church, this is an ideal spot for small children as it is open to the individuals who are close to the city and is unquestionably instructive and engaging. There are a great many marine species got comfortable aquariums of fluctuated shapes and sizes. Interesting looking ocean animals are catchers to the children's interested personalities. Furthermore, this site is accessible consistently from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Try not to miss to investigate this park with family. Number 25. Anjo World Theme Park. One more new spot in Cebu that comes to the rundown is Anjo World Amusement Park. Anjo World Amusement Park is Visayas' biggest amusement park and Cebu's pride for its elite plans and rides. It is arranged in Minglanilla, approximately an hour from Cebu City. Consistent with its name, Anjo World has zones with subjects in light of the significant landmasses of the world. It resembles a speedy visit to nations and societies of the globe. This amusement park is a little Disneyland. It has energizing rides and has a snow world. The best word to depict the experience here is enjoyable. During work days, this opens at 12 early afternoon to 8 p.m. with a 450 pesos for each individual charge for limitless rides. During ends of the week, Anjo World works a more drawn-out time from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. at a 550 pesos expense for each individual. Snow World is an alluring component that guests would just visit this segment for 350 pesos. Notwithstanding, in the event that you have previously paid for the limitless rides, you just have to add 200 pesos as pass in the Snow World. This is most certainly a worth the effort objective for experience and entertainment. At long last, Cebu Places of Interest, a combination of memorable locales, stunning seashores, and fun exercises. This Cebu Places of Interest guide is organized by geological area, so you can go to a few spots in a single excursion. You may likewise check our Cebu City Visit bundle for issue-free outing. There are as yet many spots to visit in Cebu.